You're watching ISC's coverage of the 2026 Putnam County Tournament, and our first matchup pits the Tiger Cubs of Greencastle with a 13-5 overall record against the host team, the Eagles of South Putnam, who are 8-7 here this year. Tonight's game brought to you by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. Joined by the former DePaul head coach, Bill Fenlon, I'm Rick Johnson. Welcome home, I guess I should say, to your home of Greencastle for about the better part of 30 years for you.
County. I'm going to say that, you know, I might have bought some nets and some rims with my tax dollars over the course of 30 years working in the county. Both my kids played in the Putnam County Tournament, and see a lot of familiar faces here tonight. It's good to be back in the county.
A guy that you know really well, leading Greencastle in his 10th season, is Bryce Rector. He told us he got offered the job on his 25th birthday.
When he was 13 years
old.
He
Right.
got offered the job when he was 13. I think he turned it down and he took it when he was 16.
When he could drive to the games and practice, right?
You know, he's been there 10 years already, which shows, you know, when you get old, the time starts going really fast. But I remember when he got that job, and I think he's just done a terrific job in the 10 years that he's been at Greencastle.
Greencastle in the home whites, as you can see on your screen. South Putnam, led by interim head coach Kevin Rounds, who took over for John Estridge, who stepped down for personal reasons. Coach Rounds took over on January 19th. He had 1 day of practice. They played January 20th against Riverton Park. They were down 20 at half, 9 at the end of the third, and they still came back to win.
Practice? You talking about practice? Practice is overrated,
right.
Rick. It's overrated. And obviously they proved it that night. And what a situation for Coach Rounds to find himself in. There's really you can't lose, really, can you? You just go out and do the best you can and let the chips fall where they may.
Got a fun one tonight to get our coverage going here from South Putnam. We're going to pause for the anthem and back with the tip-off and starting lineups next here on ISC.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Back at the Eagles' Nest as we get ready to beat the starting lineups for Greencastle and South Putnam tonight. Our first game of 2 tonight here from South Putnam High School. Game 2, Cloverdale and North Putnam. The winners play tomorrow night for the Putnam County Championship. South Putnam will be in the road blue tonight. Usually get to Greencastle there on your screen. The Tiger Cubs are 13-5 overall. Won their last time out against Crawfordsville. Coach, they've won 3 out of their last 4 and 6 out of their last 8. And a big reason why they've switched things up defensively after Coach Rector, for the first half of his time here in that decade here leading Greencastle, didn't play a lick. As he said, not a single second of zone defense this year. They've leaned heavily on the zone.
Well, you know, you do what works.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's by necessity when you play zone. Sometimes it's just something you want to fiddle around with. But it's not broken. It's been working for them, so they're going to stick with it.
South Putnam, even though they're on the home floor tonight, they do have a sizable crowd advantage there wearing the road blues this evening under interim head coach Kevin Rounds. They've lost 2 out of their last 3, but before that they have found some success, winners of 3 out of the last 5 overall. They're the Class A football state champs this year, and you'll see a lot of those football players that we saw during the fall, quarterback Blake Witt, Ty Benton, the starting running back from that state championship team, and they've brought that championship mindset to the hardwood here this season.
Well, those 2 losses in the last 5 games were by a total of 5 points. So they're doing a lot of good things. They got a bunch of guys that played on the state championship football team. And as we were talking about it earlier today, you know, when you're used to winning, you expect to win. And when you know how to compete, that can translate from sport to sport. And we'll see how the South Putties match up today.
The Eagles will be getting back Isaac Garner. He sat out the game against Lebanon last Thursday, rolled his ankle the Saturday before, so not starting tonight is their leading scorer and their leading shot blocker, but he should see some minutes as he is sitting right next to the coaching staff. On the other side, for Greencastle, 13-5 overall. They're a perfect 5-0 in the Monon Conference. They come in winners of 3 out of the last 4, 6 out of their last 8, and they had a big win at Crawfordsville last Saturday, winning by almost 20 points.
Well, they're very well put together, very confident basketball team right now. You could just tell talking to Coach today that they feel pretty good about where they're at as the season rounds down to tournament time. And we talked earlier today, Rick, about the coaches didn't put much stock in it, but I think playing a tournament this close to the sectional tournament, you mentioned it, I think it's a great experience. You know you're going to have to play back-to-back. You're playing for some hardware, so there's something on the line. I think this is a really good tune-up for all 4 of these teams.
Yeah, because that sectional time will start in that first full week of March, so just right around the corner. Again, you have 2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow, and obviously both these teams want to win and be playing for that championship coming up here tomorrow night. Khalil Jefferson wins the tip, and he slings that one all the way against the wall.
And the legendary Steve Mozingo with the toss.
That's pretty good for a guy that's in the Hall of Fame back at Taylor University.
He was a heck of a player.
See South Putnam starting up in that 2-3 zone defense. Greencastle in the home whites. Connor Sullivan's 3 no good, but right at the rim, guiding it in, Trevin Long.
Well, you know, that's the thing about the zone. You're going to give up some threes, and it can be difficult to rebound out of zones.
Blake Witt tried to draw the foul, threw it up off the glass, and here comes Greencastle the other way, pushing the issue. Now looking it in was Sullivan. To the wing, and Gavin Tyson had 20 points last time out against Crawfordsville, went 6 of 10 from the floor, but more importantly, 5 of 8 from downtown. Inside here, jump stop, lob to the rim, and guiding it home is Sam Gooch.
Well, Sam Gooch showed you just a little bit of his athleticism as he climbed the ladder to go get that one.
Leading scorer on the year for the Tiger Cubs. Mid-range jump shot. South Putnam can't get on the board. Ty Benton with the miss right there. Sullivan goes right down the heart of the defense and kicks it outside. Greencastle doing a good job for going inside, outside, and a 3-point shot down the hatch for Sam Gooch. And an early timeout here for South Putnam as coach in the blink of an eye. It's 7-0
Well,
Greencastle.
I really like the offensive game plan from Greencastle against the zone. They sure looked like they were expecting it. They're going inside out. I think a really good place to put the ball is on that short corner against the 2-3, which is exactly what they've done on a couple possessions already. And you can create a lot of offense from that spot on the floor.
Assist there for Nathan Sutherland. Gooch, top 3-point shooter on the team at 50%. You can't give a guy that's shooting like that wide open.
No, you really can't. And again, you know, I didn't play a lot of zone in my career either, and my assistants used to, because it used to drive me crazy, we'd give up a lot of threes, and my assistants used to say, well, Coach, you know they make threes against our man too. but at least in the man, I knew who to blame it on.
That's right, that's right. You can't just yell at the floor and go, floor, that was your fault. What are we doing?
That's right.
Just over a minute in here. First game of the night for the 2026 Putnam County Tournament. Here inside the Eagles nest at South Putnam, but the Eagles in the road blue on the wrong side of a 7-0 jaunt to start. Point guard Blake Witt. Tristan Coons, who started in place of the injured Isaac Garner the last couple of weeks. Here's that Greencastle zone defense, and unlike Greencastle, South Putnam struggling to get inside the zone. They give it to Khalil Jefferson, who just goes up and over everyone.
Well, Jefferson is probably the most athletic kid on the Eagles squad, and he showed you a little bit of that right there.
South Putnam countering with their zone defense as well. Again, Greencastle scored the first 7 points of the ball game tonight. Sullivan, extra pass in the corner. This is Gavin Tyson, and that's the second made 3 in a row here for the Tiger Cubs.
Really good zone offense right there. Gooch took it away from the side he really wanted to go to, and then threw right back, and they had numbers on the original side. Good execution by the Tiger Cubs.
Coons can't answer. Sullivan accelerating to the front court. Wanted the trailer in Sutherland. Instead, Greencastle settles it down. They're 2 of 3 from range here to start, almost 3 minutes into the opening quarter.
Well, you know, you're going to see 2 pretty patient teams today. You know, Rick, I talked to you about the fact that I'm living in Florida most of the time now.
Inside Sutherland for 2.
High school basketball in Florida, they have the shot clock. And you can see the shot clock ready here at South Putnam, but not in play quite yet.
Long 2 and a little home court bounce for Khalil Jefferson. He's got all 4 of the Eagles' points, but this is what's hurt South Putt here. That's a defensive end early on in the first. Handing the pass in there for Coons into the student section. Here's Isaac Garner. We mentioned rolled his ankle a little over a week ago. Didn't play against Lebanon last Thursday. Back in the lineup here tonight. Leading scorer, second in made 3s, second leading rebounder at 16 points, almost 16 points, and almost 6 rebounds a night. So an added juice with 21 in blue back in the lineup here for the Eagles.
Rick, just as importantly, he's shooting 52% from the floor, so he's a very efficient offensive player for the Eagles.
Gooch trying to work his way around the screen. Now Benton defends. Gooch puts a shoulder into him. Again, there's that patient offense that Coach Fenlon mentioned earlier. Up and over Jefferson, too strong off the window from Sutherland. Garner with the ball in his hands. See that Greencastle zone defense pressing out pretty far on the sharpshooter Garner. Long 3, Benton scrapes the sky and goes right down the hatch. This is the closest South Putnam has gotten since they trailed 7-0 to start the ball game. Beautiful head fake inside from Sutherland. Got 2 Eagles in the air, and he'll go to the line twice.
Well, Sutherland, looking at him on the free throw line, he has got those suction cup marks all up and down his legs. So I don't know if he's been having cramping issues or calf issues, but you can tell that they've really been working him over with the tape and the suction cups and whatever else goes into that.
Made the first, missed the second. He's their 3rd leading scorer and 2nd leading rebounder, so the Tiger Cubs doing everything they can to keep him on the floor by any means necessary. Greencastle has not gone to the bench just yet. Jefferson inside, kick, catch and shoot 3. Just a little bit short from the returning Garner. Sutherland thought about a 3, just 26% from out there. Sullivan in contested 3, he got fouled on the arm, and a 4-point play opportunity coming for Connor Sullivan.
Well, Connor Sullivan is a guy who has worked himself into being a really good player for Greencastle. Coach was talking to us today about all the work he's done over the course of his career to become an excellent starter and real contributor, especially on the offensive end. And you can see as a 6'3", he's doing most of the ball handling for them as a bigger, longer guard, and has really shooting it from the perimeter as well. And his father has been a friend of mine, and his grandfather was a really good friend of mine for a long time, and they own Marvin's in Greencastle.
Yeah, Coach said, Coach Ritter said, we're not sure how much food the boys get, but he goes, we definitely know where to find them after game. They're at Marvin's.
They're going to have some GCBs over there at Marvin's, I'm sure.
You have a couple of those back in your day, right? One or two?
You know what? I had to get off those. I had a couple when I first got there, but I had to get off those. That was a big DePaul hangout, still is. The story is that alums will have those things frozen and flown out to their wedding receptions all around the country.
There you go.
They like them.
Hey, they like them. And a GCB for anyone that's not in the know, as Benton hits that three to answer.
I'm going to say there's not a kid on the floor right now who hasn't had a GCB. Not one, both teams.
For those of us that don't know, GCB stands for?
Garlic cheeseburger.
There you go. Tyson hit a three for Greencastle, then answering was Ty Benton. Still a 10-point advantage here for Greencastle. They've shot the lights out, making 4 of their 5 threes here in the opening quarter. Gooch, little two-man game. Sullivan spots, and that's perfect.
Oh, that was just something you just really don't want to see. You know, Connor is celebrating a shot and gets a little too close to his opponent right there. And, you know, make the shot, get back, act like you've been there before. And that's just something you just don't want to have.
So the only misstep here by Greencastle here in the first. Benton to the line for 2 technical free throws. And after a slow start offensively, Benton's poured in 7 points, trying to get 8 here on the second free throw. Benton makes them both. He's up to 8. Kanan Beasley in here for Greencastle, and they got to pull Sullivan after picking up that technical foul.
Coach Rector, he's not even talking to him. He's just giving him the look.
Did you ever do that to any of your players?
You got to have, every coach has got the look. And I liked Bryce's look right there. You know, I think Connor's waiting for him to say something. He's not saying anything.
Not going to happen.
You know, I don't need to say anything. You know what you did, and you know that's not acceptable.
He's got at least a more minutes worth of silent treatment, right?
Yeah.
Your kids never got the look, right? At the Fenlon household?
Oh, everybody gets the look. The only one who didn't get the look was my wife.
The smart, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, no, she's not going to take the look.
I'm trying to make sure you don't
and
give
she
me
never had any reason to get the look.
Gooch had a good look, but couldn't get her to drop. 50 seconds left to go in a high-scoring opening quarter here for Greencastle. Free throw line jump shot, too much on it there from Witt. Jefferson goes up and over the world, but he lost it trying to go back up. Long with the fancy handle, taken down to the floor, and it's a reach in on Benton.
Well, Trevin Long got lucky that time because he was trying to, for all you older viewers, he was trying to Marcus Haynes that through the crowd, and there wasn't a lot of room there, and kind of got bailed out with the call because he was not in good control right there.
Both teams have not gotten out of their 2-3 zone since the opening tip. Final 30 seconds here, the opening quarter. Greencastle is led by as many as 13 here in this opening frame. It's Long and Sutherland just playing catch out near midcourt. Now they get Gooch in on the action. Gooch in the paint, contested jump shot off target. 5 seconds left here for South Putnam. Witt runs with 2, got into the body, and he throws it wildly out of bounds. Second time here in the opening quarter, Coach, we've seen Witt throw one up wildly.
Well, that time
he'll get bailed out.
That time he really sought out the contact right there and did a really good job of drawing that foul. Probably would have been a good idea, especially with the size disadvantage for Greencastle to just kind of wall up there and not try to make a play on the ball. But a smart play.
3-0 run here for South Putnam for the 2 technical free throws, and now Witt, now a 4-0 stretch with the freebies. 9/10 of a second has to be a catch and shoot. Beasley won't get one off. That's how our first quarter comes to a close. All Greencastle in the opening 8 minutes. They lead by 9 in the first game of the 2026 Putnam County Tournament. We're back with quarter number 2 next here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. Offense humming along, Coach Fendel, in that opening stanza for Greencastle. They come in shooting north of 40% from three, and they only missed a couple of threes in that opening stanza.
Well, they had a chance to really extend. They were going for the last shot, went a little too early, and the trade-off was in the Eagles' favor right there. Instead of dropping two, they gained two. Could have been worse.
South Putnam here on their home floor in the road Blues tonight. They start with the first possession of the second. Jefferson, baseline jump shot, perfect.
Well, he's knocked a couple in from that same spot as we talked about earlier. That short corner is a great place to put the basketball against the 2-3 zone, and both teams have done a good job of exposing that area.
6 unanswered for South Putnam, spanning the end of the first and the start here of the second. Hand check foul on Blake Witt.
South Putt has changed their defense. They were man-to-man on that possession.
Probably not surprising after the hot three-point shooting, trying to get a couple more hands out there.
Well, change it up. You don't want them to get into a rhythm. And that time they went back into the zone on the side out and gave up a wide open three.
Tyson couldn't dial it in from the corner. Here's Jefferson, not known for his three-point shooting. Witt the cut. Baseline shot by Clark got rejected, but he got his own miss. Clark held scoreless in the first quarter. Nice pass, Jefferson, and laying it in is Witt.
Good cut by Witt. Jefferson drew a lot of attention on that little mini drive. He had 3 guys on him and just dropped it off to the cutting Witt.
8-0 run for South Putnam as the Eagles have finally found their footing here at home. Sullivan, who had 7 first quarter points for the Tiger Cubs, operates here. Pulls up from the volleyball line, and Connor Sullivan smoking hot early.
Well, he is getting it from Coach Rector right now because he didn't do it with the to his opponent,
but he still did something.
He's signaling, and at some point, it's just not a great idea.
Jefferson, tough turnaround with a hand all in his face.
Well, he has been really, really good offensively to start this game.
8 points, 4 here in the first 2 minutes and change of the second. South Putnam back in the 2-3 zone. Tyson to the baseline and Sutherland. Jefferson making life difficult, somehow threads it along in the corner, who then got tackled by the covering Coons. Let's get a look at the replay right there.
He just bashed him, and there's a football guy knocking a basketball guy over. And it's funny, you can see some of the exchanges because all these kids know each other,
yeah.
right? They're playing together in the summers. They have different friendships and relationships, and it's kind of fun to see.
Gooch the guard on the block, quick kick out. Tyson. Sutherland attacking, Jefferson there, and a traveling violation called against Sutherland.
Well, I'm glad to see that's still a travel because I'm watching a lot of games where they are not calling that one. Definitely not calling it in the NBA, and you are at the high levels of college basketball, you're getting away with that one too. The rules have changed.
What have you liked from South Putnam here offensively to start the second quarter?
Well, I just think they're playing with a little more rhythm and a little more confidence, and Jefferson has been able to put the biscuit in the basket for him a little bit.
Got it here in the mid-post, kicks out, Open look at three, and nothing but nylon for Ty Benton.
And they're not shooting until the ball touches that short corner or that mid-post area, and that's where the defense is going to contract and you're going to get open shots.
Benton, the top three-point shooter on the year for South Putnam, 3 of 3 from downtown. Greencastle really can use a bucket right here. Euro step right up and in, but the finger roll doesn't go. Second time does drop for Trevin Long, and he got fouled.
Well, that drive was a little too easy. That time the Eagles were in a man-to-man, but not a very helping man-to-man.
Third foul on South Putnam here in this second quarter. So we're just about to the halfway point. A rare miss for Long at the stripe at 88%. Eagles down by 5. We're in the road Blues here on their home floor tonight. Remember, Greencastle scored the first 7 of the game. A little over a minute in, forcing an early South Putnam timeout.
Well, after a hot start, Greencastle hasn't really been able to put it together these first 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Gooch goes in. Jefferson.
As I say that, Jefferson almost put Gooch through the wall.
And our camera operator, Alex Lovern, who's getting you this
We would have had to
right
cancel the chili dinner down there when he smashed through the chili dinner sign.
That'd been terrible. They're promoting.
You can't mess with the chili dinner, Rick.
That's what I heard. They said if you do whatever you do not mess with the chili dinner tonight. I go, got it. Gooch had 5 in the first quarter, top scorer on the year for Greencastle. Able to split the pair of free throws here.
Well, he is a big, strong, physical, athletic young man, and he is turning that into buckets for the Greencastle Tiger Cubs.
Garner missed last game with an ankle injury. Back on the floor here, but Jefferson right here has been the story of the second quarter. Good challenge from Sutherland, but Jefferson gets it back and somehow spins that one home.
Stayed with it. I thought he could have gotten a call on the first one. I don't like the fact that he went right hand, right shoulder because he's just feeding the defense with it, but I think there was some contact. You gotta love it. He just keeps playing, gets it back, knocks it in.
You see Kevin Rounds, the interim head coach for South Putt at the bottom of your screen, wearing out the year of one of our officials. And our crew chief, Steve Mazingo, calls a charge here against the Tiger Cubs.
Well, Witt is one of those guys who he's going to be on the floor. He's going to go ahead and take a charge. And he kind of read that one all the way and just took one for the team right there.
He's a guy that battled the flu recently, played sparingly against Lebanon last Thursday, but he's been dealing with a pretty bad sickness a couple weeks back. Looks to be the full song here. Jefferson spins, tries to go in, and lays it in smoothly.
Well, Sutherland just dove in the passing lane right there, didn't get it, and that opened up the sea for Mr. Jefferson to get all the way to the rim.
Man-to-man look for South Putnam as both teams have been trading off between their zone and man-to-man defenses here in the second. Greencastle trying to take some air out of the ball. Less than 3 minutes to go here before intermission.
Well, it's a game of decisions, Rick, and people like to focus on offensive decisions, good shots, bad shots, passes, but I think defensive decisions are just as important, and the Eagles made Sutherland pay for that last decision.
Sutherland tried to get the points back on that soft touch, unsuccessful defense there from Jefferson, who also got the board. Eagles have not tied or led at all today. Jefferson off balance, couldn't tie it there. Sullivan there to clean it up.
That's what the analytics guys would say a no-no right there. A contested, off the move 2 is not a good shot.
Gooch with the feed in traffic, able to find Sutherland.
Gooch drew a lot of attention right there and was able to drop it off for an easy bucket.
Garner with the rock, leading scorer on the year for South Putnam, got to the rim but spun it off on the finger roll. Gooch just gliding his way to the front court. Sutherland not known for his three-point shooting as we get 90 seconds left to go here in the first half. Gooch kick out. Sutherland tries his hand to the three, and he knocks down his 6th one of the year.
He must have heard you. He's like, oh, yeah?
Take
oh,
this.
Not known for it, huh? How about this?
Take that, you talking hairdo. 7-point lead here for the Tiger Cubs. Sutherland came in now 6 of 20 from downtown. As Greencastle's missed just 3 of their threes, and they have made plenty of them here in the first half. Witt got in trouble. Here's Klein, the quarterback on the football team, banking it off the high glass. And interim head coach Kevin Rounds really excited to try to get that full timeout with 55 and 2/10.
He was going to make sure he got that one, Rick.
No questions
he
asked.
He almost took a charge on the official on the sideline, but he was awarded what he wanted, which was the timeout.
This game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit WeEndeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. Greencastle has led the entire way tonight, but South Putnam's done a much better job getting their deficit down to 1 possession a couple of different times here. If you're in that South Putt huddle here, Coach, what are you trying to draw?
You know what? Early on, it felt like that Greencastle might be able to just kind of take control of this game. But that's what we talked about earlier, right? That, like, these kids from South Putnam, they have expectations from a competition standpoint. They expect to be in games and win games, and they just aren't going away for the Greencastle Tiger Cubs. So, both teams have kind of switched back and forth from the zone to the man. I think we're going to see a little bit more of that from each team until they figure out, okay, what's really going to work for us here.
Packed house tonight here at the Eagles Nest for our first game of 2. Greencastle trying to hold for what they hope will be the final shot of the first half. And they have shot the ball beautifully from three-point range, 7 of 10 from downtown. Yeah, not surprising, a team that shoots over 40% from 3 on the year.
Well, they held it at the end of the first quarter, Rick, and they might have gone a little too soon. So we'll see. You want to go soon enough where you have a chance at an offensive rebound, but you certainly don't want to go too early where the other team is going to get a run out and they get the last possession.
They burned 40 seconds off the clock here and haven't tried to sneak that ball inside the arc. Now they do here to Gooch. And a foul called against Garner as he and Gooch were locking horns on the side of the paint. And that's the 5th on South Putnam, so the clock stops and free throws upcoming here for the Tiger Cubs.
Well, that's best case scenario for Greencastle. They didn't really have to do anything to get to the free throw line right there. And that's just a tough call. I think there was some contact. The defender was directly behind him. I'm just not sure whether that was a necessary call or not.
Yeah,
but when they call it, that's what it is.
That's right. Gooch makes them both. He's up to 8 points, and it did look like Gooch had tried to clear some extra space before that ball got thrown into him. That might have been one of those scenarios where they catch the second guy, not the first guy.
Yeah, well, he's kind of got his knee into him back there, and the ref thinks he's displacing him.
Garner tried to beat the horn off target, put back, no good, as it was after the horn by Witt. A good response from South Putnam here in the second quarter, but they still go into the halftime break, trailing by 7. Against their friendly rival Greencastle. This game goes to the Putnam County Championship tomorrow night. We'll talk about that.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit WeEndeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. and fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today. It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Back here at the Eagles Nest, halftime of game number 1 of the 2026 Putnam County Tournament. South Putnam on the wrong side of a 36-29 deficit here to Greencastle. Rick Johnston and former DePaul head coach Bill Finland here with you. And coach, thoughts on the first half?
Well, it was a really entertaining first half, even though typically when you see two high school teams with no shot clock out there playing zone, it can be a little bit tough to take. But I thought both teams did a great job of executing their zone offense and got quality shots for most of the first half. So, I think the game's going to come down to, who gets it going and keeps it going the most in the second half.
Three-point shooting, a big marquee and a big box check there by Greencastle the first half. They make 7 of their 10 three-point opportunities, and that really helped them blow that game open to a 13-point lead early on in that first quarter.
Right, but South Putt has been able to counter with Jefferson on the glass, drives, some mid-range stuff that he's been able to put in, and they've also done a good job of executing and getting other quality opportunities.
Special halftime here for unified athletes across Putnam County. They will come and take the floor here for our game here at halftime. Greencastle introduced first, and now South Putnam coming out here at the half as well. The Eagles playing on their home floor in the road blue tonight, and they were down 23-14 at the end of that first quarter. Cut it to one possession a couple of times in the second, which like most out of their second quarter performance, whether offense or defense.
Well, I think that this game is going to come down to who's, it's kind of simple. You got to make buckets, right? And I think both teams have done a good job of getting quality looks at the basket. So I would expect that's going to continue. But just because you get a good shot doesn't mean you make it, right? And so ultimately, whoever's going to make shots in the second half, I think, is going to be the difference. Honestly, if you're South Putt, do you stay in the zone or do you play man and try to spot those shooters up and maybe trade the threes for some twos to try to get yourself wheedled back into this game?
We'll take a break, come back, and take a look at our halftime stats. That's next. You're watching the 2026 Putnam County Tournament here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today. It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Here, take a look at our first half highlights. And, Coach, it was all Greencastle to start. They scored the first 7 points of the ballgame and forced a timeout just over a minute in.
Well, there's that inside out of the short corner. And that was the play where they took it away and brought it back. Lots of threes raining down in that first half by both teams. And there's Connor Sullivan with one of his threes from the top of the key.
Sullivan had 3 of those in the first half. Corner there for Tyson. He had 2. We mentioned Greencastle was 7 of 10 from three-point range. South Putnam was 3 of 7. All their makes came from Ty Benton, 22 in blue.
Well, Benton just dribbled up into that last one, and there's another one from Connor Sullivan, and this one is from way downtown, and maybe was the one that got him the technical. I can't remember which one it was.
So look at the Benton 3. Again, had a team high, or had 11 points in the first half as he and Jefferson combined for 12 to lead South Putnam.
Yeah, Rick, they had a couple possessions where they just didn't spot Benton up in the zone at all. He was wide open.
So those are first half highlights. See the United Athletes game going on between South Putnam in the red and Greencastle in the white. We'll step aside and take a deeper dive into our first half highlights. That's next here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today. It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
We mentioned the chili cook-off. Those folks enjoying a nice bowl of chili here in the first half. We mentioned the sign almost got taken down by a couple of our players. The sign is strong, the chili is strong and delicious tonight.
The sign's good. They look like they're enjoying it.
And they're just doing the chili announcement now. I love it when these things work out like we planned it.
I'm not going to go get you any chili though. We're gonna go without.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you make all my dietary choices. Yeah. This is your old stomping ground.
I mean, we're on TV.
Yeah.
My wife's gonna know I'm eating chili in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
I don't need Mrs. Fenlon getting mad at you.
No.
Halftime stats. Greencastle had one player in double figures. That was Connor Sullivan, who had 10 points in the back of 3 or 4 three-point shooting. 4 for Trevin Long, 8 for Sam Gooch, 8 as well for Nathan Sutherland, and 6 for Gavin Tyson. South Putnam had 2 double-figure scorers in that first half of play. Khalil Jefferson, who had 12, including 8 in that second quarter. Ty Benton finished with 11 in the first half. 4 points for Blake Witt, coming back from battling the flu the last couple of weeks. 2 for Drew Klein. And no scoring from Tristan Coons or Graham Clark. Isaac Garner back as well. Was 0 of 2 from 3, as we mentioned. Rolled his ankle a couple weeks back. Looks to be pretty much back to full Saunders. He's working his way coming off the bench tonight.
He wasn't super aggressive, and so now that he's played a half and nothing bad happened, I expect him to come out a little more aggressive in the second half.
Mentions our first of 2 games tonight. Second one will be the Cougars of North Putnam against the Clovers of Cloverdale. And obviously when you talk about Cloverdale, you talk about their 6'10 sophomore Ishmael Kateka, who led the state in blocks last year, leading the state in blocks this year. He walked in, and it was easy to pick out which was the 6'10 guy for Cloverdale.
He walked in, and he was blocking shots like he was like blocking popcorn out of people's hands and blocking their drinks and just blocking the doorway. He was blocking everything, that kid.
It was like that the old insurance commercial with the Kembe Mutombo blocking elementary school kids shots.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to watch him. I haven't had a chance to see him yet.
Again, just a sophomore. We'll get to see him coming up in our second game. The winner of this game gets the winner of that game coming up tomorrow for the championship game. Consolation game will be before that. We'll have both those games coming up tomorrow here on the ISC Sports Network. We'll step aside, come back, get you ready for the second half here from Greencastle and South Putnam with the Tiger Cubs on top 36-29 here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today. It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
About a minute left here in our halftime break before we get ready to start the third quarter between Greencastle and South Putnam. The Tiger Cubs of Greencastle jumped out to that 7-0 lead. They did not trail at all in the first half. They did see their lead cut down to 1 possession a couple of different times. Coach Fenlon, what would you do for both these teams? First up with Greencastle in the front, trying to take this thing to the finish line here to start the second half.
Well, they've got to just keep doing what they've been doing. I think that against the zone particularly, I think the fact that South Putt has been pretty good on the offensive glass. I think that's something that Greencastle's got to pay attention to keep South Putt from getting back into game. They've got to keep them off the offensive board. So if they're going to stay in that zone, it's a little tougher to do it that way.
The other side for South Putnam, a much better second quarter. Again, they got a big contribution from Khalil Jefferson, 8 of his 12. in the second frame. How do you try to feature him more in the second? He was
Well,
really good inside.
Yeah, I don't think you got to – I think they can go to him anytime they want, especially if Greencastle continues to play the zone. So he's been able to catch it in the mid-post area. He's been able to catch it on the short corner. And he's very explosive the first step of his drives. He can get to the rim almost anytime he wants. So I don't think they should settle. I think they should let him touch it in both of those areas every chance they get and see if they can play off of that.
You just saw Khalil there on your screen coming off of his 6th double-double of the year, 23 points, 11 boards in the loss at Lebanon last Thursday.
That's a good night's work right there.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Was also 10 of 19 from the floor to boot. Isaac Garner, 21 in blue, starts the second half again, coming back from that ankle injury off the bench tonight after not playing last Thursday. We'll see some more time here. Gooch, open look at three, and the three-point shots just keep on falling here for Greencastle.
Well, you've got a defender there, and he just got his hands down, and Gooch just shot it right in his mug, as they say.
Second one for Gooch. Tiger Cubs now 8 of 11 from three-point land. Little weave action up top. Mentioned Garner, 16 points tonight, top scorer on the year for the Eagles. Scoreless here so far in his return to action. Jefferson on the cut, goes back to where he came from, trying to finish through contact, could not.
That's a good place to put it, though. I think that is a place that they can create offense from pretty easily. I'd like to see Jefferson get stopped on 2 feet and be a little more on balance as he goes to try to score it right there.
Greencastle clearing out that right side of the floor for Sutherland, but he goes to the far side. Gooch, beautiful spin just inside the free throw line and a soft touch off glass.
Yeah, that's tough, finishing that with his left hand.
5-0 burst to start this third here for Greencastle. One off of tying their biggest lead of the night, then an errant pass thrown into the backcourt here by South Putnam. And it has not been a good start here for the team playing on their home floor.
Not a good start at all. When you ask me what they should do, turning it over was not part of it. Not making shots was not part of it. And not getting stops was also not part of it. Got to get stops. Got some kind of junk on the floor. Maybe a little mud off some of the halftime performers' shoes.
You know, Steve Mazingo is used to cleaning up messes. He's used to cleaning up messes when he works Taylor basketball camps. So this is another day just in February, not June and July.
Dude, he's got 8 kids, you told me.
He does. He has a lot of kids.
That's all he does is clean up. That's all he's done in his whole life is clean up messes.
Steve, the Hall of Famer up at Taylor University.
You know, they say there's no small jobs, just small people.
I've been living that my entire life. Gooch, strong to the rim, and Gooch has scored every point, all 7 of them to start.
Well, he showed you a little half hook with the left hand on the last possession, and he goes to the other side with the same shot with the right hand. Pretty impressive.
Garner almost traveled. Witt almost lost the handle as well.
And Greencastle's decided they're going to guard man-to-man here.
Short on the 3. Sullivan there to rebound the miss from Garner. All 7 points belong to the man with the ball in his hands here for Greencastle. Sam Gooch to start the third. Benton goes knifing in and deflects it off of his knee. 30-second timeout here for South Putnam as they try to regroup here early on in the third quarter.
I think that's a pretty good timeout here.
Let's get a look. These are some first half highlights from Mr. Gooch.
That's the lob. There's the inside-out 3 by Gooch.
And now the three-point shot
Quick
starts to
swing,
fall here.
and they're just letting him tee it up, it looks like. And here's that left-handed finish off the glass. And now he comes back with the right-handed finish. Same shot on the other side of the floor. Pretty impressive work by Mr. Gooch to get going here in the second half.
Leads the Tiger Cubs in scoring, rebounding, assists, and three-point shooting percentage. They've shown a little bit of all of that here tonight so far, particularly on this personal 7-0 run. It was a 7-0 run to start the game, 7-0 to start the second half here for Greencastle. Witt wanted a backdoor cut with Garner, couldn't get it in. Jefferson's first touch of the second half goes right through his defender's chest. He'll help his defender up. That was Sutherland. Reach and foul on Connor Sullivan.
Well, you can tell it's not the first time these two guys have gone at it. And Sullivan kind of, I'm not going to say he flopped, but I think he went down before there was any real contact. And then Jefferson was able to draw the foul from the second guy in.
Khalil just a 53% free throw shooter, but a good looking stroke on that first attempt. And the second one good as well.
That didn't look like the free throw of a 50% free throw shooter.
Klein working hard in the backcourt. The starting quarterback on this year's Class A state champions here at South Putnam. His backcourt mate Ty Benton, backfield mate in the backcourt here with him. We're here right now. The big body Sutherland running the show here, trying to draw Jefferson out from the paint. Sutherland with a crossover, whips it back out to Gooch. Open look for a three. Couldn't get the bounce after it ricocheted off the iron a couple times.
Got every piece of the rim.
Garner went Euro step, and then Gooch swatted the shot with his elbow. Taking on everybody from South Putnam, and Gooch put on a show coming out of the locker room.
Gooch is going old school. He's used the board 3 shots in a row. You just don't see that very often.
Garner trying to answer with a three, and he does.
Well, maybe that's enough to get him going a little bit. Good inside out, step up three, get him on the board.
First scoring for him tonight. Gooch with all 9 points. He's done it in a variety of ways here for Greencastle to start quarter 3. Popping free, Sullivan. Got Garner's hand caught in the cookie jar.
Well, sometimes you can get away with one hand, but he put both hands out there on him, and they're going to call that every time.
Sullivan was the only double-figure scorer in the first half for Greencastle. Gooch has been on fire here to start this third. Winner in the Putnam County Tournament Championship game tomorrow night against the winner of our second game, North Putnam and Cloverdale. Gooch trying to take his team there. Spins back into Sutherland. Backing down Jefferson, pops it out, too short, and an easy steal for Garner. 2-on-2, pops mid-range J, and that's 2 in a row for Garner.
Well, it's like we talked about in the first half, Rick. These kids from South Putt, they're just not going to go away. You're going to have to make them go away. And that's not always easy to do. A lot of times guys will go on a little run and they think they've done enough, and then all of a sudden here they come.
5 in a row for Garner, a 3 and then a mid-range jump shot as he's all over Gooch. Fires it up top. Sutherland knifing in, nice step through move. He can't get the roll. That's the second time that we've seen Sutherland go head fake and get 2 Eagles flying in the air.
Well, a little bit of a ball screen there for Gooch. Both guys go with him. He throws it back to Sutherland, who now has just an easy driving line to the basket, and he was able to get it all the way to the rim before he got fouled.
Third foul on Khalil Jefferson. This game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. So Sutherland, the first non-Sam Gooch scoring of this third quarter here for Greencastle. Wrong part of the Monon Bell rivalry stuck in my head there. 10-point advantage here for the Tiger Cubs. Jefferson, double team came from the weak side, trying to rip it through. He did, he banked it in.
Wow.
And a flex as he ripped through the help defense of Trevin Long.
The double came, had both hands on the ball. He just ripped it back away from him and had the poise and the presence to just finish over the top right there. They've got it. Nope, it's mine. Knocks it in the bucket.
An impressive Couple of quarters here for Khalil Jefferson. Cannot complete the three-point play as a team-high 16. But the defensive end is what has been lacking for South Putnam, particularly here in this third quarter.
South Putt has put number 32, Graham Clark, a sophomore, into the game for the first time, I think, tonight.
Came in during those free throws for Sutherland, who has it here up top. Through the Gooch screen, turns the corner, show and go, got hit on the arm. And Sutherland, for a big-bodied guard, is pretty good at making his way towards the rim.
Well, he's had some opportunities, and he's taken advantage of it. Big physical kid who's willing to take the bump on the drive. He's finding himself on the free throw line a lot.
That's his 5th attempt, his 3rd make, and I'll have one more. He's the 3rd Tiger Cub in double figures tonight. Still cannot get both on a trip just yet. Benton up the floor to the newcomer Graham Clark. Can't make the three off the bench. For the shortest player on the floor, Witt almost had his hands on it. He fumbled it out of bounds, but look at the hustle from the 5'8" point guard.
Well, Clark didn't hesitate on that one, so it's clear that that's why he's in there. He's in there to let it fly. He got 2 thumbs up from the coach, even though he didn't make that shot, encouraging him to go ahead and take it.
Had 16 points last week against Lebanon, including 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Gooch and Sutherland have scored all 11 points here in this quarter for Greencastle. Sutherland from the line. First 9 belong to this man, Gooch, all on field goals in a variety of ways. Wants to dance here with Benton, attacks, rises over everyone, but wave off the basket, a charge taken underneath as Gooch gets called.
I think that's a pretty good call. Yeah, he might have been. He's like, there's a big guy coming at me. He might have been flinching a little bit, but I think he did take it.
South Putnam bench fired up.
And the bench liked it.
There's both Clark and Jefferson there underneath to take the charge. Clark at 6 feet, 180. Jefferson, that's 6'5", 200. Final 95 seconds here, the third. South Putnam is yet to lead tonight. Jefferson spins into a double team, finds Klein in the corner. His triple is halfway down and out.
Great pass by Jefferson. He felt the pressure. He was able to get it back out there to the open shooter. Just couldn't knock it in.
Offensive rebound here for Greencastle after the transition 3 from Tyson was also halfway down and out. South Putnam's bench begging their players to come out and defend. Sutherland attacking. One-hand pass, Gooch fakes, drives right down Main Street. Jefferson might have swatted that shot away. Stepping and intercepting here is Klein, and here come the Eagles. After yet another offensive rebound for the Tiger Cubs, no good on the initial try, but Witt there to clean it up.
Not going away, just hanging around.
After trailing by 14, South Putnam has cut that deficit in half. Greencastle's been pretty good at holding the ball at the end of the first and second quarter. Can they do it again here in the third? Try to get the last shot. Clark is all over Sutherland, and then they'll get him called for the reach-in foul. His first. And Tristan Coons in to make his first appearance. They'll get Jefferson off again. He's playing with those 3 fouls, the big man for South Putt.
Good substitution. Don't want him to pick up that 4th going into the 4th.
Gooch gives way to Long. Remember, Gooch had the first 9 of this third quarter here for Greencastle. Has not scored since. He did score a couple moments ago, but it was waved off because of the charge that he committed. Final 10 here, the third. Sutherland attacking. And Clark going to call for his second foul.
It feels like it almost looks like he's trying to foul him. I mean, he's just whacked him right out in front there, didn't get the call, and then was very physical on that drive. And maybe they just don't believe he can make free throws or whatever, but he's been pretty good from the line so far. Not perfect, but pretty good.
He's had plenty of practice. This will be his 8th attempt of the night, but he has yet to make 2 consecutive free throws.
Well, they bring Jefferson back in for Clark for the offensive possession right here. And the rebound.
Almost lost out of bounds, but here comes South Putt. Jefferson running the show, trying to go 84 feet, blocked by Sutherland with one, chucks it from three-quarter court, it's short, and that's the end of our third quarter. Greencastle tried to run away and hide. South Putnam holding on for dear life as we head to the fourth, and a date in tomorrow's championship game of the Putnam County Tournament tomorrow night.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here from South Putnam High School. Greencastle in the home whites, the visiting team on the scoreboard. They have led the entire way. They're leading by 8 as we head to the fourth. It was the Sam Gooch show to start, coming out of the locker room, and then South Putnam able to hold on and try to stay within striking distance here as we head to the fourth.
Well, there's been a time in both halves, Rick, where it looked like Greencastle might be able to walk away with this game. And as soon as that's happened, South Putnam has tightened the screws a little bit and just said, nope, we're not done. And I think we're in for a good fourth quarter here as those kids continue to compete at a high level.
South Putnam on their home floor wearing the road blues. We'll start with the possession here to start the fourth. Winner gets the championship game tomorrow against the winner of our second game, North Putnam and Cloverdale. Jefferson. Kick out, contested three. Benton tried to rein it in, and it goes off the basket strap above the hoop.
Well, Greencastle looks like they have made a commitment to bring a double team on Jefferson on every low post catch. So we'll see if South Putt can capitalize on that and find the open people and get some buckets off of it.
Entry pass to Gooch, kicking outside to Sutherland. Starting five has not come off the floor since we started the second half here for Greencastle. Sullivan, Long, Gooch, Sutherland, and Tyson. Tyson in the corner, knocked down a couple of threes in the first half. Here's Sullivan, pulls from deep again, short, and Jefferson, big time
That's
board.
the first good look he's had in the half. He seemed like he was open the whole first half, and I think that South Putt's done a good job of adjusting and making him put it on the floor and do something else besides shoot threes.
Garner couldn't get it in, looked for a foul that doesn't come, and here come the Tiger Cubs the other way. Tyson a pirouetting catch. Gucci puts on the floor, gets around Benton right to the rim. Second time he's been too strong with it. Has Jefferson out and running, sets himself, threw it up, somehow no good. And the offense rebounds there for Garner, trying to take on 3 Greencastle players. The South Putt fans pleading with every ounce of their being for a foul on their man, Khalil Jefferson.
There's a lot of stuff going on there. It happened kind of fast. He kind of fumbles that long pass, and he tripped over his own feet. He did fall down, but that wasn't anybody's fault but his own. And Garner mops it up, able to draw a foul on the putback.
Sullivan picking up his third foul. Remember, he had the technical foul after one of his 3 made threes in the first half, but a lane violation against Jefferson, wave off the made free throw. A tough break there for South Putt as they could have made it a 2-possession game.
It's hard to tell who went in first. It's kind of like when the other guy goes in, you feel like you're supposed to go in, and I'm not sure who they called that on. It called it on Jefferson, but I'm not sure Gooch wasn't in there too.
Gooch has it here. Game high 17 points to lead the way here for Greencastle. Man-to-man for South Putnam after opening up in zone the whole way. Trying to save it on a steal was Klein, but throws it right back to the Tiger Cubs. Sullivan, Tyson corner, trying to get the 3, cannot. And Klein with some bunnies to pull in the rebound.
Well, Klein has been extremely active defensively. He's gotten his hands on a lot of balls.
Benton transition 3, and that brings the Eagles' nest back to life.
And Klein has deflected it. He's intercepted it. It's created a lot of opportunity for his team in here tonight.
Fourth made three of the night for Ty Benton. 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, leading the Eagles, or 2 off the Eagle high of 16 points that Jefferson holds.
Well, Benton's shooting almost 40% from the three-point line on the year, so him knocking a couple threes in is no surprise to anybody.
Coming off of a 5 made 3 performance against Lebanon last week. Witt on the foul, free throws here for Long, and that's his first scoring of the second half. Get a look at the Greencastle student section behind their bench tonight. They've been a lot to cheer about. Gooch gets the missed free throw. Sullivan stepping into a 3. Cannot dial it in from distance here in the second half. Five-point lead for Greencastle with less than 5.5 to go in this one. Witt battled the flu for the better part of the last week or two. Trying to get back to full song here tonight. Flying around the Jefferson screen. Stopped at the free throw line. That's where pulling up for it and airballing it's Garner, and it's going the other way.
Pretty good look at the basket right there. Just shot it, you know, that 12-footer, he just shot it 11 feet. Which is not going to be far enough.
Sullivan at the sticks here for the Tiger Cubs. Sullivan back at it around the Gooch screen, going baseline. Tyson had it inside the arc, but didn't let her fly. Long re-engaging, nice individual effort from Trevin Long.
Not a ton of help there. He's able to bounce it around a bunch of times, get all the way to the rim. You got to have bodies falling down on the help side right there.
30-second timeout for Greencastle. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. .427 left to go in the fourth. 7-point advantage for Greencastle, and they'll put some backcourt pressure on here for the first time tonight, coming out of their own timeout.
Not a lot, but a little.
A smidge. Witt from the elbow, trying to find some help, finds an incline. Off balance, long 2, hit nothing but glass.
It was a pretty important possession. You got to get a better shot than that.
Gooch asking Garner to dance, who sticks right with him. Outside, taking his time. Sutherland with a big-time triple.
Well, that's a guy who hasn't shot a lot of them, but he's made a couple here tonight, and they're proven to be pretty big as he extends the lead to 10.
2 of 2 tonight. Lob. Jefferson guides it home. But to finish that thought on Sutherland, 5 of 19 coming in, 2 of 2 tonight. Sutherland goes block-to-block pass, intercepted on the deflection by Benton. Eagles flying it forward. Here's a step into 3. Garner, splash!
Turnovers kill, man. They're able to get that run out and get their best shooter a transition 3. That's exactly what you need.
Garner scoreless in the first half. They'll actually say it was just a 2-point shot as his toe was on the line. So make it 54-48. And yep, had a couple of toes on the line there. Officiating crew right on that. Final 3 minutes of this one. Who gets to play for the county championship tomorrow night?
The bucket.
The old school bucket, as we heard earlier. It's a big bucket.
It's a pretty big bucket. I've seen it.
Being kept under wraps right now. Maybe we'll get to see it before our night is over. Sullivan backed it out near the timeline and gets fouled well away from the hoop. First one on Drew Klein.
That's his first, team's second.
You see the foul situation there in the bottom right side of your screen. No one in real danger just yet. Just a two-possession hole. Gooch trying to add to it here with the ball in his hands. Sullivan almost lost it. Here's been the guy that's running the show in this second half, Sutherland, here for Greencastle. Klein got his hands on, almost ripped it away.
There
then
he is
poked
again.
it free again. Diving on the floor is Witt. A 3-on-1 break. Jefferson attacks and dunks. Timeout, South Putt. But this place has come unglued thanks to that man, Khalil Jefferson.
But the whole thing starts with Mr. Klein. As we talked about him earlier, he got his hand on the ball about 4 times on that possession. Finally gained possession of it and is able to get it to Jefferson for the dunk.
I got the student section rocking and rolling. A blackout tonight for the South Putnam Eagle students. And with 2:08 left, just a 4-point game, closest that South Putnam has been since midway through that second quarter. But been able to battle back against 2 different 7-0 runs, one to start the game and one to begin this second half.
Well, we talked about it, you know, in both halves. It's felt like Greencastle's been under control, and now with 2 minutes to go, it's a 4-point game, and that probably doesn't feel like it's under control.
Yeah. If you're Greencastle, how do you try to get Gooch a look? He has not scored at all here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you just have to be patient, right? Like you have to be patient. There's probably, if South Putt's continuing to be in a man, there's probably some ways to isolate him. They probably got a set where they can do it, and they need to think about it right here.
Reading it, saving it, but out of bounds was Garner. And he read that pass to Gooch beautifully.
Well, here's where that football stuff comes in a little bit, right? Now Sullivan cannot move. He almost violated right there. He was really close. He took a step and a little bit and a little baby step, and could have been called for it.
Almost walked right into the official. That's what kept him up. Not taking the open look at 3, Trevin Long, as Greencastle trying to kill some clock here, but their passes are a little bit loose.
Those loopy ones are the ones that that people are going to sit on. You've got to be careful handling the basketball against that sort of pressure.
Another lollipop out near midcourt. Sutherland double teamed. Jets it to Sullivan. He spins away from the double team. Tyson in the corner.
Well, they don't look like they plan to shoot it.
Jefferson going for the steal, and he takes Long out of bounds. That's number 4 on Khalil Jefferson. Tiger Cubs burn almost 30 seconds of the clock.
It's also the
off.
3rd team foul, so at some point they're going to have to start playing the foul game here, because it does not look like Greencastle has any intention of shooting the basketball.
One of the benefits of not having the shot clock here.
They have the shot clock, they're just not using it.
The shot clock
it's
is
up
off.
there.
Yeah. The operator has not turned it on. And a quick timeout taken by Bryce Rector, the 10th-year head coach.
The state has not given him permission to turn it on.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There have been some reports from Kyle Nedrip of the Indianapolis Star. Those have been in discussion. Sounds like there might be a vote coming up at the beginning of May. But you see a lot of that around the state. A lot of schools have those shots.
Well, the fact that they're up there means somebody knows
Just in
something.
case, yeah.
Because you don't spend the money on
Right.
it if it's never going to get turned on.
We don't need it up there if it's just going to catch dust. For Greencastle here, you get a look at the student section tonight here for South Putnam. They were brought to their feet by the Jefferson flush. He's got to be careful playing with 4 personal fouls. He's the only one that's in real foul trouble right now for the Eagles, but if you're South Putt, how do you try to get this ball back with 81 seconds left.
Well, I think you got to run some doubles, and you got to take some chances. You know, if you end up putting them on the line, you put them on the line. The way that Greencastle has decided to handle the basketball, they're putting it in the air, and with some of the snipers that South Putnam has, you know, they're gonna try to get a steal right here. Obviously, that's the best case scenario, and Greencastle needs to be a little more direct and a little quicker with their passing decisions, because that ball floating in the air for 3 seconds, that's anybody's basketball. Nobody's got it when it's up in the air like that.
Greencastle, by the way, 9 of 16 on free throw shooting tonight, and did the game clock not start in time? So the clock did not start initially. So we'll get it down to 116. And that'll be Sutherland to inbound it in the backcourt here for Greencastle. Tiger Cubs have led the entire way. Gooch leaks out, almost had his legs cut out from underneath
That's
of him.
the pass I'm talking about, Rick.
Garner steals, running to the other end, but coming back and intercepting is Sullivan for Greencastle. And then Benton forced a foul in the backcourt. That went all South Putnam's way, and then it was gone in the blink of an eye.
Just no reason to be in that big a hurry. You know, you want to get it cheap and easy right there, but the most important thing is to keep possession and get a decent shot. Boy, that's a tough break for the Eagles right there.
Number 3 on Benton, number 4 on South Putnam. Next one puts Greencastle on the line for the rest of our one tonight. And it'll be Garner to take it, picking up the third, and they'll send Sutherland to the line, who's been there the most tonight for Greencastle, but he's only made 4 of his 8 tries.
Well, he's not a great free throw shooter. He's probably, with this lineup out here, he's probably the guy you want to get, even though he's gotten it in the bucket a couple of times.
Makes the first. He's got 15 tonight.
Still a 2-possession game. If the Eagles can come down and get a bucket here.
Still struggling there. Gooch with the board knocked out of his hands, but he was fouled immediately as South Putnam was going for the steal, and that's number 4 on Benton.
Well, that's the second time this half that Jefferson just has not carved Gooch out, and the ball's come off long, and it's over his head. And as athletic as Gooch is, he is climbing the ladder to go get it.
First free throws of the second half for Gooch. He makes them both. He's up to 19. That's his first points here in the fourth quarter. Less than a minute to go.
Now we're in a 3-possession game.
Going for the steal long, and he gets called for the reach-in. His second, but just number 2 on Greencastle here in the fourth.
Yeah, that's not a bad foul. They're not in danger of putting them on the line yet, so you might as well, you can seal the game with the steal right here.
Benton inside to Jefferson. Spin move, still found his footing, and he just rolled off, but he got his own miss and put it in.
Wow. What an individual effort there to go get that one. What a terrific play.
This Khalil Jefferson is putting on a show tonight here at home.
Point blank right here, and then he just takes it away from Sutherland and finishes that off.
5-point game. Jefferson has got 22 points to lead the game tonight. And interim head coach Kevin Round, you see him right there in the South Putnam huddle. When we asked him about Khalil Jefferson, first thing he said was endless motor. That's been shown in spades tonight.
He plays extremely hard. He's super athletic and has really improved his game around the rim in terms of being a finisher. He's been really, really good tonight.
At 23 and 11, including 6 offensive rebounds against Lebanon last week. 22 points tonight. Trying to close in on another double-double. If he gets it tonight, that'd be his 7th on the year. So Greencastle has to go the length of the floor. Sullivan will be able to run the baseline with Jefferson defending. Tiger Cubs have led the entire way, and another time that we've seen Garner jump a passing lane in the backcourt here recently.
Well, that's the thing that you teach as a coach. We always told guys, don't come to the ball, come through the ball, right? You have got to continue through the basketball to make that catch because you know the defenders are coming after it.
Sullivan couldn't run the baseline. He'll take one of the 3 remaining timeouts for Greencastle. They'll take one of their 3 fulls. That leaves them with 3 timeouts left. And remember, the last time that Sullivan got in this situation, he tried to run the baseline, stopped himself.
He thought about it
before he got called. This time he made sure my feet are planted in the ground solid.
He is, and I'm sure someone talked to him about that on the sideline, but they are inbounding it from the coffin corner, I call it, which is maybe the toughest spot on the floor to try to take the ball in from. So if South Putt's going to have any chance at all, they need to turn them over right here on this inbound.
When you're defending teams inbounding this corner, it obviously helps having a guy of the height and the athleticism of Jefferson to guard it, but what do you do with the other 4 guys on the floor to try to defend?
Well, I think you go ahead and, there's 2 schools of thought. Maybe you don't put anybody on the ball and you try to double and you try to help on the guys they're trying to get it to, and that, well, they're going to go ahead and guard the ball, which I think is the right thing to do. Somebody's going to go long, can't get beat long, got to take something away right here.
Sutherland to inbound it this time. Lally pops it up, soaring in to get it as long, and he's immediately fouled by Witt. That's kind of a hold your breath moment on all of these high arcing
all
passes.
These passes have had so much air under it, man. I think that would have driven me crazy as a coach. Because the thing about it is when that ball's in the air, no one has it. Like, it doesn't belong to anybody, right? And the quicker you can possess it, the more you can put a little zip on it, the less time it's in no one's possession.
Long, the best free throw shooter on the year for Greencastle at 88%. Calmly knocks them both down. And not had a great night shooting the free throw to start. Jefferson with 30 seconds left. 3-point shot. Garner, no. Tapped out, rebounded here by Greencastle and Sutherland. And now South Putnam's got a foul, and that's number 4 on Garner. And Sullivan with an opportunity to almost put this thing on ice and try to make it a 9-point lead. It'll actually be the 5th one on Garner, so his night is over. Garner finishes with 8 points in his return to the lineup after suffering an ankle injury about 2 weeks ago. It was a slow start in the first half, but he looked like his normal self here in the second.
Well, he made some shots. You can tell he's still a little bit tentative. But he gave it a great effort, and, there looks like they're going to just fall a little bit short here tonight, Rick. But it was a really good high school basketball game.
South Putnam cut it down to 5. Free throws have stretched the lead out since. An air ball from Benton on the 3. Out of bounds, and it'll go back to Greencastle here with 14 and 8/10 of a second left. Sutherland tries to get it in, gets to the Gooch in the corner where he's double teamed. There's the coffin corner again. Pass with pace is intercepted by Witt. Jefferson fires a heave of a 3 that's no good. Sullivan has it, he'll run through a foul attempt in the backcourt, and the time will run out as Greencastle never trails tonight, but Coach, they got their hands full, particularly from that first quarter on.
Yeah, I thought both teams played extremely hard tonight, and Greencastle just had a little too much firepower for the South Putnam Eagles tonight.
Tonight's game has been presented by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Find out more at weendeavor.com. So we have one of our 2 teams. They'll play for the Putnam County Championship tomorrow. It'll be the Greencastle Tiger Cubs. That game will come up at 7:30 tomorrow. They'll face the winner of our next game, North Putnam and Cloverdale, coming up next. So thanks to our great crew, Vince Morellas, Jordan Shute, Dalton Cox, Ian Wheeler, Alex Lovern. For the coach, Bill Phelan, I'm Rick Johnson. We're back with Game 2 coming up shortly.